Dream wings.
Long ago, in a quiet kingdom, a baby girl was born. Her name was Cinderella. Her mother was kind but very weak. After Cinderella's birth, her mother became very sick. One night, her mother held Cinderella close. She did not speak any words. She slowly took off a small golden ring. She placed the ring gently on Cinderella's tiny finger. Her mother smiled softly, then she closed her eyes forever. Cinderella was too small to understand, but the ring stayed with her. Cinderella's father loved her deeply. He raised her with care. Later, he married again. The new wife looked kind at first. She had two daughters. One day, Cinderella's father went a long journey. He became very sick and never returned. Cinderella was left alone in the house. After the father's death, the stepmother changed. She became cruel. Cinderella did all the work. They cleaned, cooked, washed clothes. The stepsister laughed at her. They treated her badly. Cinderella stayed quiet. She stayed because this was her father's home. It was her last memory of him. One day, Cinderella was cleaning the floor. Her hands were tired. The ring rubbed against the stone floor. Suddenly, the ring began to glow. A soft light filled in the room. Slowly, a fairy appeared from the ring. She was small, bright, and gentle. Cinderella stepped back in fear, but the fairy smiled kindly. She said,
I am here to protect you.
This was their first meeting. From that day, the fairy became Cinderella's secret friend. Cinderella also had some small friends. A little cat stayed near her every day. Birds came to her window and sang. At night, the fairy came out of the ring. She sat with Cinderella in her small room. They talked quietly. They shared hopes and dreams. No one in the house knew about the fairy. One day, Cinderella went to the forest. She was collecting wood. She saw a hurt bird on the ground. Its wing was broken. Cinderella cleaned the wing gently. She tied a cloth around it. She gave the bird water. A young man watched quietly. Actually, he was the prince, wearing simple clothes. She saw Cinderella's kindness. His heart felt warm. They spoke softly for a moment. The prince never forgot her face. A few days later, the palace sent a message. There would be a grand royal ball. The stepsisters were excited. They prepared beautiful dresses. Cinderella stayed silent. She knew she could not go. The fairy smiled gently and said, Your time is near. On the night of ball, everyone left the house. Cinderella felt sad. The ring began to glow again. The fairy appeared brighter than before. She said, "Tonight I am not your friend. Tonight I am your fairy mother god." She used her magic. A pumpkin became a golden carriage. Four beautiful horses appeared. Cinderella's old dress turned into a shiny gown. She
Have
said,
courage, dear one. Enjoy the evening and remember to be home before the last stroke of 12.
Cinderella entered the palace. Everyone looked at her. The prince recognized her at once. They danced together. Then the clock rang. It was midnight. Cinderella ran away. One glass shoe stayed behind. The next day, the prince searched for her. The stepsister tried the shoes. It did not fit them. The stepmother locked Cinderella in a room. The prince sat sadly by a river. The fairy appeared and told him the truth. The prince returned and opened the door. The shoe fit Cinderella perfectly. She went to the palace. She became a princess. The fairy smiled and returned into the ring. Kindness, patience, and love are the real magic.